Hello, everyone. It has been quite a long time. It's a new PNG I'm using. I got sick of the old one, so I'm just using a different one. So yeah, it's been like, 2 months since the last one, and yeah, a lot has happened, but we'll start off with, Deltarune came out, a month ago. That was 2 months ago. Chapter 3 and 4. Played it blind as soon as it came out. I played it, and I enjoyed Chapter 4 more than I did Chapter 3. But I thought, it's still a great game. I think Deltarune, the only thing about Deltarune is that if you mess something up, you have to go all the way back to the starting chapter and do it again. Or if you miss something important, you have to go all the way back to the very beginning. But I think that is the beauty of Deltarune, is that you can do a run, and then you can do another run, and you definitely missed something, probably. Unless you cheat, because I definitely missed a lot of things. And, spoilers, by the way, for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. The Roaring Knight is one of the hardest bosses I faced, but actually I think the Shadow Mantle boss was kind of harder than that, but they're both difficult. But I eventually beat it, and the first time I beat it, I forgot to get the items, so I had to do the Roaring Knight fight all over again. It was a pain, but eventually, after like an hour or two, I did it. And yeah, Deltarune is a great game. The only thing I'll say is you probably have to play Undertale first, even though it's not a direct sequel to Undertale, but I recommend playing Undertale. Undertale is my favorite game of all time, if y'all didn't know that. I think I said Mario Galaxy at one point, but no, I realized that Undertale is my favorite game of all time, and it changed the way how I looked at video games, changed the way how I think about video games, changed a lot. Changed my humor a lot. And I remember it was when I first played, like 2017. And I was just addicted to the memes of it, the fan games, the fan videos, fan projects, the music, remixes, all of that. Stronger Than You one. That's like the Steven Universe one. At first I thought it just came from that animation, but then I realized it came from Steven Universe. And yeah. Also, I think a day after Deltarune came out, the Switch 2 came out. And I didn't get it on launch day, but I did eventually get it. It's a great upgrade to the Switch 1. I think it's worth, $500. Probably. I mean, I say $450 is I would say $400 is a way better price. Yeah. But it's a massive upgrade. Handheld is way better. And Mario Kart World is a great game. The only thing that, I don't know if they fixed this, because I haven't checked it yet, is joining friends in online. So let's say you have to want to join one person, you and your best friend want to play Mario Kart World together. They have to keep spamming to join the race on the thing. You can't just bring them in and just boom. No, it's not. That is not like Mario Kart Deluxe, but Single player wise, though, it is a phenomenal game. Rainbow Road, I think, is like the best Rainbow Road I've ever played, and the local multiplayer, playing it with friends and family, is sorry, is it's a great time, and had a great time playing it. I tried I tried Pokemon Violet out on the Switch too. It is a way different game. Still looks ugly, to put it lightly. It still looks pretty bad, but it runs smoother, and hopefully there is no excuse this time, Pokemon Company. If you don't make a good game on here, even like this year, whatever, Pokemon Legends CA, if that isn't good, that would be crazy if that wasn't good on Switch too. But from what it looks like it's gonna be good, and I'll probably pick it up. I'll probably get it. Well, the only thing I think it just needs more themes. Obviously, it's just black and white, and the menu's the exact same. It's basically more the same, except way better, like technology better. But I think if you have an OLED Switch, I think you should keep your OLED Switch and maybe wait till next year. I only have an original Switch, and so I was like, oh, I'm desperate, because my original Switch was like, I had that thing for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years, and I was happy to get a bigger upgrade. But if you have an OLED, I say wait till more games come out, unless you like the Donkey Kong game, which should be releasing soon. I think it's like tomorrow, honestly, or maybe today, whenever this video goes out. But yeah, Mario Kart World is a great game. I think single player wise, it's way better than 8 Deluxe. But multiplayer wise, like online multiplayer, that's the only thing they gotta fix. Honestly, I mean, Knockout Tour is great. I think, even though it's kind of like crazy rage, it's like, so you'll end up from like first to like 10th in a matter of like 2 seconds, because you get hit by like a shell, and then like, oh crap, here comes a banana peel, and here comes a boomerang, there's a blue bill. It's fun. It's very fun. Just the only thing you gotta fix is the online multiplayer, and it'll be great. Hopefully they just put a new Smash Brothers, but maybe a Switch 2 version of Smash Brothers. That'll be great. And hopefully get a new Mario, because we haven't got 3D Mario since Odyssey, unless you count Bowser's Fury. But I think we are probably due for a new 3D Mario, but who knows? We have to do Donkey Kong, but I don't know if I'm not getting that day one. We'll see how that plays out. But I've been hearing like 10 out of 10s from Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I guess we'll talk about, because I woke up this morning and saw IGN review which 10 out of 10. Sorry, my nose. I was sick like last week, and I'm better, way better. I'm like 100%. But anyways, yeah. Woke up this morning. I saw IGN post a review about Donkey Kong Bonanza. I didn't know it was coming out tomorrow, and it was like 10 out of 10. I was like, whoa, 10 out of 10. I don't know. They don't put 10 out of 10 so lightly. Like, I think the last time I saw a 10 out of 10 from IGN. Oh man, Elden Ring? Was Elden Ring 10 out of 10? Or, I know The Last of Us Part 2 was a 10 out of 10. But other than that, I haven't seen any 10 out of 10s from IGN, but who knows, maybe it is that good. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good, but who knows, we'll see how it does when it officially comes out. And yeah, MLB mid-season, Major League Baseball mid-season, All-Star break just finished. The Houston Astros were, struggling at the beginning of the season, I would say. Then they started to get really good. Like, around late June, they were, like, the best team in, I say early July, like July 3rd, 4th. After they swept the Dodgers, it looked like they were the best team in the entire league of baseball. And then now it's just injuries galore, and I think our roster is getting exposed, and we have a series with the Mariners. One team I will say that's doing really good. I say who's the best team in baseball? I say it's the Chicago Cubs. They got Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, Pete Crow Armstrong, who has been a surprise this season. I knew he was a dog, but I mean he's been having a breakout year, and I'm glad for the Cubs. I love watching their 2016 team when they won the World Series, and it's gonna be hard to beat the reigning champs, the Dodgers. They got Ohtani back pitching. I think once he fully pitches 5 innings. Excuse me. I think when he's back pitching full innings, 6 innings, 6-inning games, they're gonna be a team hard team to beat, and but what else? The Yankees, MVP Aaron Judge. It looked like it was just out of the way. It just looked like he was gonna win it, outright. There's nobody competing for him until a catcher for the Mariners named Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, I still like to call him. He has 38 home runs, if I'm not wrong. 38. That's the second most since before the All-Star break. I think since Barry Bonds, if I'm not wrong. And he won the home run derby, and he's catching up to Judge in terms of MVP. But unless Kyle Raleigh hits, let's say, 65 home runs. 60 home runs. Let's say unless he hits 60 home runs, I think Aaron Judge still will win MVP. Even though Kyle Raleigh's getting all this, he's getting all these big bombs and all this, I still think Judge is gonna win MVP. And the Yankees, surprisingly, I want to say surprisingly. I mean, I'm kind of, but they are losing their division, if I'm not wrong. Or they are, who knows, to the Toronto, I think they were, to the Toronto Blue Jays. And they've just been struggling as of late, and I think they're gonna bounce back. And I think it's just, we'll see. I think they're still gonna win the division. I'll be shocked if they lose the division. I think there's a more likelihood of the Astros losing the division than the Yankees losing the division, I think. That's how I look at it. Detroit Tigers have been a surprising team. They swept the Astros in the wildcard series last year, and they lost to the Cleveland Guardians, in the divisional series last year. They have the best pitcher in the American League, who I think the best pitcher in the American League right now, Terry Skubal. And, Hunter Brown for the Houston Astros was catching up, but he's been having the last few bad starts, so I say Terry Skubal. The best pitcher in all baseball is Paul Skeens, but his win-loss record is 4-7, if I'm not wrong. But he is, because he just plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are one of the worst teams in baseball. And nothing else, I don't think. I don't really have anything to say about baseball left. I did watch Superman, and I thought it was a great movie. I think out of a 10, I say give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's one of the best superhero movies I've seen late. I think it's better than Thunderbolts, which I was like really great about it. I thought it felt fresh. But I think one thing that stood from me is the political commentary of Superman, and especially in today's world, I would say. If you know, you know. Because the way they handle it, I think it's the best part of the film. Besides, Lex Luthor, who is a generational hater. And I think that's, I don't want to talk about what, but he does some, he does some weird stuff. And there's one thing I'm like, oh my gosh, he did that. No. But like, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. I say it's a must see. It's a must see. At first, I really was skeptical of Lex Luthor and Superman. I was like, is this gonna work? Is this gonna be like a failed thing? But no, they absolutely nailed it. The only flaw with the movie, I think, is about the first 20 minutes and one like extra, beatdown scene, I would say. If they just, that's my only flaws. And yeah, sorry, there's a dog barking, but yeah, it's great. It's a great movie. There is a Fantastic Four movie coming out this month, and I probably will see that. I haven't seen the new Jurassic World yet. I don't know if I'm gonna see that. And those dogs are barking next door. And I think that is all I will cover. I'm probably missing a lot of stuff from like a month ago, but that's all I got in my head right now. I say this was a great episode, yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna sign this off. We'll sign this. We'll sign off with this music I did at the beginning. Thank y'all for watching, and deuces.